What's up, y'all? This is Chris Hall, and this is What's Smoking at the Movies, the podcast where the people are lit and hopefully the movies are too. And that's why we're here, to tell y'all what's smoking.
Chill.
And I'm joined by my man, Angelo. What's going on, man?
What it do, my G?
Angelo Dorsey just dropped that Star Fox on all
Already?
streaming platforms and stuff. Go get that.
Already, that's love.
But we're here to talk about what's smoking at the movies. That's what we're here for. But
Right.
the movie is called Sorry to Bother You.
Already.
Written and directed by Lee Daniels. Not Lee Daniels. I'm trolling y'all.
Boots Riley.
Boots Riley. I don't know why that sounds like Lee Daniels. Boots Riley. I'm a little stoned. But,
Tab it stone.
But this is his second movie.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's news.
This
to me.
is no. I'm not sure if it's his second movie or if he's only done 2 projects, and
Okay.
the other one was the Black Klansman joint.
Okay.
So
he worked on that with Spike Lee?
yeah, he worked on that with Spike Lee. No, he has the director's credit on IMDb for that as well. So
Okay.
So he probably sat behind Spike on that.
And maybe it was written by Spike.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Spike wrote. No, the Black Klansman is based on a true story, but Spike Lee adapted it.
Right, okay, cool. Like, Keith just smashed this. Sorry to bother you, though.
Oh yeah, no, like this movie, the trailer is it's not deceptive, but it definitely doesn't give you the whole movie.
It leaves
I like
you
that.
lots and lots and lots of, room to really just digest it. This movie was a whole lot. And I heard you say it kind of reminds you like a Get Out sequel almost.
Yes.
I've heard other people say that too. To me, I can see that for sure, but it has its own like crazy twist, and I think it's way more realistic, like in the sense of like something that happens right now, today. And not to say that doesn't happen in Montana somewhere, probably on some wild shit. On some you know what I'm saying? That Get Out shit is probably happening in Montana or Iowa. God forbid. I'm saying my young black brothers out there, please watch yourself.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Stay woke, my nigga.
Yo, only go to places where there's cell phone service out in this motherfucker.
And lights, nigga.
Yeah,
Lights. Keep your hoodies
all
off.
of the lights.
Rest in peace, all my father brothers.
All. Why you gotta say it like we an army?
This shit is wild. That's really how that shit kind of just made me feel.
It is.
dog.
No.
Sorry to bother you, bruh.
So
That shit is deep.
So let me talk about the basic synopsis for the movie. It's an alternate version of Oakland. Like that was the like little blurb. And Lakeith Stanfield is named Cassius Green, which I think is an extra black ass name, like for a movie that's set in modern time.
I mean,
I like that though. That's a positive for me.
So then East Oakland, and it's shout out to West Side. Shit, out that motherfucker going crazy, dog.
Like Dre, tell me when it go.
Like, and bro, like, this dude gets this job. Like, he trying to get a job. Like, this is what really made me fall in love with the movie, right? Because it's so relatable to the sense. It's like a young black man out here trying to get a job, just trying to do something that, you know what I'm saying, make ends meet. He's staying in his uncle's garage. His uncle behind on the house payments. This man 4 months late on his rent to his uncle and shit.
Yo, shout out to Terry Crews.
He's a gangsta ass uncle.
Hilarious.
He's a gangsta ass uncle.
We gonna come back around to him as far as his performance, but he was amazing.
Yo, this nigga they gave my man the most fucked up ball spot in the world. But anyway,
oh my god.
So look, check it out. This nigga he's late on the rent with Unc. And he going to work trying to get this. He just got hired at this bullshit ass job, telemarketing. They're gonna hire anybody. Yo, I've done telemarketing.
And he lies, and he brings some bullshit to try to get the job. Like he lies on his resume, and the dude,
that shit was thug.
he brings a trophy to the interview, and the dude's
My
like,
nigga brought a plaque, an employee of the month plaque that he faked that he made. That shit was crazy.
So, but he's like, yo, you know what this tells me? You can read and you have initiative. That's all you need to come work with me.
We'll hire pretty much any motherfucking body. You just gotta make as many calls as possible per hour. I've done telemarketing before. That's exactly how the shit is.
Oh,
so, anyways, that's another thing that. All right, yeah. So he's driving this motherfucking bucket to work. Oh, another thing. This nigga put 40 cents in his gas tank.
Yo, that's a real nigga moment. Everybody listening to this has been there, bro.
Yeah, that's
Everybody.
a whole different crazy kind of struggle. If you didn't put 40 cents in your gas tank before, you definitely can relate. So shout out to the young man out there getting it in like that.
Grinding.
So, but he gets the job. He's trying to do better. His girl is dope. She does art. He feels like he's just really just trying to find purpose in life. He feels like she has hers. Like that's like the small little miniature conversation that they kind of have before shit kind of gets going, right? Like You're like, oh, I'm kind of just floating around trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, but I don't really know where I live in, like, where I stand in society. You, on the other hand, got your art. You already know what you want to do with your life, so on and so forth. So like, that's kind of like, my man's kind of struggling with confidence, low key.
Yeah, like the movie started with him kind of like having an existential crisis.
On some loser shit. You know what I'm saying? My nigga was feeling like a loser. Like he don't want to be looked at like that by his girlfriend.
So do you think that he was basically playing the role that he played on Atlanta? A little bit.
I could see that low key. I could see that low key.
I feel like at any moment, goddamn Paperboy finna walk on the screen and be like, "Shut up, nigga!" Like that's how I felt for real.
Like he was a dude boy or some shit.
Nah, I'm just no like those characters were just similar. Like I didn't feel, I don't feel like either one is a specific loser. I just felt like his confidence wasn't there.
Okay.
He was looking for his place. Like it wasn't so much lack of confidence, it was lack of place in the world or like feeling of inclusion. And like he made that point to his girl. Mm-hmm. Like Tessa Thompson, who played Valkyrie in Thor, I thought this was a cool alternate kind of character for her.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was saying like you've got your art. Like so like that's your thing. That's what you focus on. That's what you strive to be good at.
Yeah.
I need to find that thing for me. And I think that's something that was really cool because everybody can empathize with that.
Right, like right, and me as an artist, like I want to be great. Like I have my art and stuff, but I want to be great in my own kind of way, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's exactly what you touched on. Like he just wants to find his place, and so I think he has this like just idea. I'm finna just be the best at my job that I can be. So he goes to work. He chilling at work, right? He meets.
Oh my nigga. I was gonna say Donald Glover, because we were talking about Atlanta, but Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover put him on the white boy.
Shouts out Danny Glover. He's like, I figured out like when he, like, of course he's not auditioning, but when they gave him this part, he's reading the script and it's like motherfucker is half of his lines. That shit's awesome. Like I forget what movie it's one of those black Welcome to the Barbecue ass movies. Yeah. And Danny Glover's in it, and he smokes weed with somebody, and he's talking about somebody's like chocolate titties, but like he sound like on that creepy uncle shit. I loved it, man. So like we need more Danny Glover like that.
Danny Glover gave my man's like the keys to success. Right, he told him how to like you got to put on your white voice like. And he's like, nah, how do I do that? Like, should I be nasally? Like, and he was like, nah, it's not like that nasally shit. Like, nah, it's like you gotta talk like you don't have a care in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your Ferrari. You're going to hop in. And that was a different, like, mental paradigm for me. It was like, damn, think about that. Like, you making the calls, and you're just like, oh, hey, Bob, I don't, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, just called you real quick in the middle of the golf game. Just, like, they don't give a damn.
But what I thought was cool was the way he described it. He said, what did he say? He said, it's not what they sound like. It's what they... Yeah, bro. The iPad looked super fake, and they didn't address it. I didn't appreciate that at all. So, like, we're talking about... Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought real quick. We're talking about Amari Hardwick and how he's one of the power callers. Like, that's what they call the get money niggas at the company.
Right, and, like, Keith kind of just peeped, okay, at this golden elevator is where all the power callers reach their destiny. Like, this is where they make the money at.
And they made that shit... OD, like everything gold. There's a fucking bookcase and shit in there.
It was ridiculous. And so, anyways, in the midst of all this shit, all his coworkers, his couple friends that he's, people he's befriended at the job and stuff, his coworkers, they're trying to do this damn strike to get paid more money because they're not even really getting paid shit.
And at first, we don't realize the connection between work free and anything going on with Cassius Green.
With the telemarketing, any of that shit. And so, they're finna do a 20-minute work stoppage. They all agree on it. They go into work that day. They're like, fuck it, phones down.
And they had the funny-ass hype yourself up meeting. They had a dude from Guy Code. He said, when I make the call, what's the call? Fuck you, pay me. No. What's the other call?
Oh, phones down. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. And then they're like, and if they're trying to threaten us to lose our jobs, this nigga Danny Glover said, fuck that. That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, no,
it was
like
no, but they're gonna say, fuck that. That shit was funny as hell, dog. It was like some old nigga shit, dog. Like, nah, fuck that. They got me fucked up.
That was some Oakland shit for real.
That was gangster. So, anyways, then they go in there. Everybody in the stand up, they're like, hey, fuck these guys. Y'all need to pay
pay us more and start appreciating us and blah blah blah. Push the phones down. Everybody stands up. They're da 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 da.
But
like,
Lakeith was looking shook during this point.
Low key, but his girl started riding with the shits.
Hey man, Tessa looked like she got that good. You got to go ahead and protest for that.
He had to stand up. He had to stand up with Shorty. So they're protesting whatever. Everybody slams the doors. The managers are pissed off. They're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do with these ingrates?" And yeah.
And really, I think that was meant to be like, what are we gonna do with these black people? Like, although it wasn't just black people, like that was the tone. Like I felt
I mean, I think it was just. But you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Listen. In like, step back on some more real shit, like, and how it kind of like I feel like it correlates, and it's like it's not as far fetched as it seems, right? Like the storyline
at first.
No, it's just fuck that. In general, I think me personally, as we get deeper into the review, I think it makes sense all across the board. To be honest with you, like it's not that far fetched. However, that's to be argued, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, my point is. The higher ups, the elites of the world, that 1% or whatever, they don't have an issue just with black people and per se. It's just like all homeless people, poverty stricken. Like they want to rid of all that shit.
Anybody that's poor,
if they could, they would rid the world of all that shit. And that to me is what makes this not as far fetched as it seems. So the managers are pissed. Like they slam the doors,
and then they bring him into Lakeith into the office, and we all think he's about to get fired.
Right, they tell him to get the fuck out of there, and he even thinks he's finna get fired.
And so
like, fuck y'all,
fuck you, like even to the secretary and shit.
Right.
So they tell him he's going upstairs.
They flip the script on him. They're like, it's not bad news. We're not firing you, my G. You finna get promoted. You're going up to the big dogs. Da, 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 da. They pop a little bitch ass bottle of Corbel champagne. It's trash.
And she said no. The chick pops the bottle and says, looks at it. Says, it's a good batch.
Oh fuck.
And then she passes him the bottle, and I'm like, why they didn't have cups? And then. And then she said, I didn't get cups. I'm glad that they acknowledged some of the weird stuff, and some of the weird stuff they didn't. It made it even funnier.
Yeah, that I definitely appreciated that about the movie.
So he starts balling on these hoes, and
he gets the shit. He doesn't really tell anybody about the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, we got to talk about the white voice all the time on the power call.
Nah. We got to talk about the fact that this nigga got the promotion. And had a day period where he didn't say shit.
Oh yeah, like he got the promotion.
He just didn't say shit at all.
Yeah.
Before he went to his first day, he didn't say shit at all. He put the suit on. Nobody even addressed him about a suit until he had went to work for a whole day and all types of other shit already. Like, so he goes to the first day of the shit, and then he gets up there and then they hit him with the white voice at all times, blah, blah, blah. He meets Omari Hardwick, weird nigga with the eye patch at the door, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, white voice at all times. They go through, and he's like, so what do y'all sell here? And then he hit him with we sell power, nigga.
Work free.
We sell power, nigga. What you thought? We're power callers, nigga.
We trying to get these slaves.
Exactly. So they, firepower.
And he feels guilty, but then they show him the check.
Type of power.
Then they show him the check because he's speaking in the black voice. Dude, like, don't use the black voice. He's like, I don't know if I could do this. He's like, wait. Bring over the compensation package. And he's like, I think I ought to get more suits. Like, and then there's a balling montage, which I think was cool because it showed one day, which was actually more than one day.
He didn't even ball yet. Listen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He didn't even ball yet. Now, the next part, this man, after he gets the salary and he agrees and signs on, he's supposed to be picking his girl up for work that day.
And then the Asian nigga slides in her DMs with that whack-ass sign-spinning bullshit.
Oh, right, who's supposed to be his homeboy at the job.
And hold on, wait. We got to stop all this. We got to talk about the fact that even in any Oakland, ain't no girl that fine spinning no signs.
Nah, it's not happening. But
moving on. And
it's an alternate version of Oakland. Yeah. It's an alternate version. This is whatever. So
Bizarro Oakland, nigga.
So, look. He left her outside, doesn't pick up his girl, and then he gets off work. He drives his bullshit whip back to where she's at. It was a fucking bucket. They had manual fucking windshield wipers.
Oh yeah, the manual windshield wipers.
He drops his fucking bucket to where his girl is, and she's setting up her art thing, and she's
hipster white chicks love this nigga. She's gonna put that out there. Like this kind of like if you got Converse on and no socks, you fucking. Yeah.
So look, this dude pulls up on this chick. She's kind of blow, but not that blow. She understands, I guess, low key, whatever, because he got a promotion. She's happy for him. She just was like, can you pay me back my $80? He's like, yeah, I got you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, run that.
He wasn't doing no tripping. He was happy, right? And I guess he was happy. He was conflicted. I'm not sure yet. But anyways,
look, he would have been happy if he could have just gotten to the bag. Like,
the next day he goes to work and they confront this nigga about his suit. His nigga, he has a suit. They're like, "Yo, where you been? We ain't see you at all yesterday. What the fuck happened?" And like, "Yeah, I got promoted." They're like, "Oh well, blah blah blah." It's like, "Nigga, da 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 da. I'm gonna be watching y'all I'm gonna be supporting y'all from the bench, bro."
Yeah, he said, "Yo, I'm gonna be here from the sidelines."
Yeah,
like real. He said it real West Coast. Like, I'm gonna see y'all from the sidelines. God damn it, I need to. Because basically, he's like, I need to get this bag. Yeah, my uncle finna lose his house.
Yeah, my uncle about to lose his house. So look, my nigga goes into work, right?
Oh, no, wait,
oh, okay. You want to talk about this whack ass bromance?
No,
this shit that happened
nigga,
outside.
That shit was so funny. So it was on some Dave Chappelle shit. So instead of being like, man, fuck you, nigga, it's like, yo. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week. You hope I have a good week. Then I hope you have a good year.
I hope your whole year is splendid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go out for drinks. Let's go out for drinks.
It's on. Yeah, how many drinks? Me. One drink.
5, 7,
6, 7. It's on me. No, it's on me now. I got the promotion. It's on me. And they start talking shit. Danny Glover comes, breaks him up, whatever.
Yeah.
My nigga goes to work though. Now when they was showing him his, when they was giving him the offer on his when they were giving him the offer on his job, they showed him how the worry-free labor shit he's gonna be selling that connects to the fucking slave contracts that they're signing the outside world up to, which is the only glimpse of the outside world that we do get. Right. But that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
They had the weird MTV Cribs sponsored by work free shit.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. That shit was later on. But look, and that's one of the channels that he has to watch. But anyways, like, he gets the idea, these dudes, right now we're selling people to make cars for cheaper, for the price that people used to make bicycles. I'm gonna go to work, and this is how I'm gonna save my uncle. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna make a big $10 million deal with this dude from Japan and get cell phones made way cheaper. Mm-hmm. And so he does that, and then using that leverage he just used with closing that deal in the office, being the new guy, blah blah blah. Now he asked for a cash advance.
Oh, that shit was funny.
That's when he started balling.
Nigga shit.
And my nigga used the black voice when he asked for it, too.
I need that bag.
And he looked at him and he said, yeah, Omar, you're going to have to throw me that cash advance. That shit was gangster. But then he comes out and he do what he's supposed to do. He got a new whip. Can't be driving the bitch-ass bucket. Going to be in the power cars, don't drive buckets.
Throwing the two-tone drip.
Pulled up in the Maserati, smashing on niggas. Then
he dropped funny.
But before he even got the Maserati, he dropped the check on his uncle and paid the house off.
Right? Yep, that was cool.
Saved the family.
Oh, wait. One of my favorite part of the movie, one of my favorite parts, and we're going to go back to favorite moments.
Yeah.
But was when my nigga Terry Crews took his diabetes.
Oh, wait.
So he's wearing this OD big ass full Jesus piece, like not.
Oh, that was the day he got the promotion, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And not the head. I'm talking about the nigga, like not the Jesus head.
He
the
put
whole
a golden crucifix.
This nigga is crucified on his chest, and he said, "You making my diabetes act up?" And he twists the motherfucking head to the side, takes a pill out, and chews this motherfucker up. And I'm like, God damn.
It is his diabetes pills, his blood pressure pills. Those is high blood pressure
pills. All right, let's keep it moving.
So, my man's is balling. He he gets the Maserati, go pick his chick up in the Maserati.
He moves into a real house.
They get a real lot. No, that was like a live ass loft. He had like a penthouse on the corner block of the Oakland. He was lit.
That same shit costs goddamn rent on rent now because of all the startups in Oakland. So true. I like that.
Facts. So he he's a power caller now, you know what I'm saying? And that's when he wakes up and he is on the TV, and it kind of fast forward, kind of over the time of his success, right? Where you get to see him where he moved into the spot.
Yeah.
Like him and his girl are just enjoying the fruits of, their labor and just really enjoying life. but they just kind of do like a flash
kind
scene.
of.
They just do like a flash scene,
yeah,
where you just see them, moving on up into the spot where they're just, loving on each other, or whatever. And then
we're getting up to the motherfucking twist.
Okay,
we are inching up on it, bro.
Okay, so
oh my god,
him and his girl kind of go into an argument because it's a big the revolution shit is escalating. You know
and that was
saying?
actually a real ass argument.
Right, nah, for real, because the rebellion is the rebellion's escalating, and she knows what he's selling, and she's been enjoying the fruits of the labor, and he's like, "Hey, hold on now, you ain't been had a problem with what the fuck was going on. Now you trying to give me an ultimatum and tell me I can't go to work
and
kept
take it real
and take care of my shit." I mean, she kept it real.
Said, "I love you, but I can't rock with what you're becoming," and she was honest.
That was honest. I respected that as well, and on his behalf, he was just like, "Shit, I'm trying to keep living well, and I finally found something that I'm good at." He finally found something that he was good at, and that was kind of what his whole motivation was.
From the beginning of the movie,
yeah,
he just wanted to be celebrated and feel that he was important.
Exactly. In society, he just wanted to find, and he was good at that shit. His white voice, was making bank.
Hey,
he ain't never seen that shit before. You know what I'm saying?
I'll call you back later. Sign at the bottom.
Right, type shit. And so he, they do the rebellion shit. My man's goes to work
through the picket line.
Goes to work through the picket line and
pink.
And him and his girlfriend, and at that moment, now it's over with.
Oh no, we gotta talk about the viral moment. So like as he's walking into work, he wears
not yet. That didn't happen yet.
That didn't happen yet?
No.
So like there's no picket line yet?
No, that was the picket line. He had to get through the picket line. Remember that day when he went through the picket line?
He didn't get hit.
Okay. He went to work, and then he closed another big crazy ass deal.
Okay, yeah. Like there was a bigger space in the middle where he was just getting money.
Yeah, he was just getting money, and that's where he gets. That's where him and Tessa Thompson, they separate kind of, and she's really focused on her art show. And
that Asian nigga.
Yeah, and the Asian dude is like making his move on her and this, that, and the third. We got to stop calling him the Asian dude. I really wish I knew his name.
Hold on. I don't know his name, but we will we will find that out for you.
We got to say his name.
I'm bad with names. That's it. But also, speaking of names, his girl's name was Detroit in the movie.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was like. Damn.
That was pretty dope.
Dope. You can't be named after a hard-ass city like Detroit. You got to be like Miami.
I thought that was dope. No, I mean, I feel you, but I thought that was dope. Just saw the strength of what the fuck they were going through and what the fuck, like, shit.
It was cool, but when I hear the name Detroit, like, if I meet a chick named Bronx, I'm not trying to meet that chick. That sounds like a chick that eat Razor Blades for breakfast.
Jesus.
Yes, that's a strong ass name. It's like you want a girl named Alexis, not a girl named Buick.
So my man's is making his move on Tessa Thompson at that time. They're separated and shit. But him closing these big deals, like during the separation, my man gets the attention of the guy Steve Lift, who is the head of the Worry Free shit.
The Steve Jobs allegory.
And who, and he is the telemarketer's biggest client. You got to understand the whole scheme between big corporations, telemarketing, and the consumers. Like, this is the third party that is selling the shit for them and doing the legwork and closing the deals, right? And so this guy has this huge house party. They invite him out.
This is Chapo. He got the coke, and all the telemarketers cook it in the crack.
They turned up.
Sell it up.
They turned up. So they go to his. But that was very.
When he gets invited to this party.
Yeah, that was a very crazy metaphor. So he gets invited to this party, and they go to.
But the way he describes it,
his big ass house and shit.
Steve Lift, and so like the party is your typical. I feel like that's where a lot of the comedy came into it, where like they make fun of how. Like everyone perceives these like rich ass parties,
like the stereotypical
mansion party with stuffy white people.
Right, got you, and that's pretty much what happened. Dudes doing blow
even down to
and
the orgy and shit,
crazy shit. Yeah, there's orgies and shit happening. This looks like fucking what is Sodom and Gomorrah type shit.
So when the movie took a real left for me and my fucking jaw dropped, is this guy Armie Hammer is he plays Steve Lift. And he's telling this boring ass story about shooting a rhino, like with an AK,
right?
Which is not hunting; that's just slaughter. And then he looks over and he's like, "Hey, Cassius, tell me a story. I bet you had to bust a cap in somebody." And and he's still talking in the white voice. He's like, drop the white voice. It's cool. Like I'm just trying to talk to you because you're different. Everyone else is boring. Tell me a story.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't really have any cool stories for y'all.
He's like, man, well, rap. I know
he
you
looks
can rap.
like you can rap. You black.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I can't really rap. He's like, I can listen well, which I thought was a really well written. But this nigga ends up getting on stage and rapping on some.
He got up there at first and he was just fucking up, and everybody's looking at him stupid.
Well, he was on some Sambo shit, and then
the
Sambo shit increased. Like this is when I was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. He stops for a minute. And he just starts saying nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit,
yeah.
And there's it felt so weird, even watching a room full of white people pretend to be racist, because it was that blatant. I'm used to like the racism that you gotta like was that racist?
Right. No. That shit, and it's very straightforward. It was just like, but it shows you like it's like in your face. This is what the fuck is happening, and people allow it to happen all the time in society with the cultural appropriation and all that kind of shit. Like, and it was like, oh yeah, nigga shit, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying?
It made me think
like,
about,
give me more nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
SoundCloud. It made me think about a lot of these white SoundCloud rappers.
I'm telling you,
that
this
are
shit
from
is
New
so,
Jersey.
This shit is so relatable.
Skinny from the 9. We talking about you.
Wow, this shit is so relatable. Just to like, you know what the fuck happens today in today's society and shit. And so I mean, from that aspect of it, like, that makes me love the movie even more. And so he sees the way my man's is willing to go and sell out for the cause, just so he seems important, right? So he seems important. He has to feel important.
And we're still at this party.
And my man's, yeah, because that's kind of like the motivating force between like Keith and some of his actions.
What?
Like, he doesn't want to fucking let Omari Hardwick down. He doesn't want to look like a jackass in front of everybody. And the spotlight's on him, and the fucking man who owns the house is giving him this stern ass look like, you better fucking rap since I done gave you the spotlight at my goddamn party.
On some slave master type shit,
my,
bro.
Basically, my fucking party relies on whether you're gonna get up here and put on a good show or not. So you better fucking do it. And then he feels the pressure, and what does he do? He fucking does it. And my man's takes advantage of this, and he sees that in him, right? Then that's when he gives him the look. I gotta da 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 da. So
he's sitting there in the back of the room during the orgy.
Yeah, this shit he's fucking spaced out, drunk as shit. He done fucking had a lit ass night. And
I was like, he's down.
Because his energy is fucking. He's overexerted himself, and he knows he done literally just fucking sold out. He done just sold out in front of that group of people. He's sitting there in the back like, yo, what the fuck? I know some crazy shit about to come my way now that I've won my man's approval. Now it's like he's sitting there and he's like, damn, this is the next level.
What does this mean?
Yeah, this is the next level of this shit.
I want this.
Exactly. He understands at that moment, this is the next level of this shit. This shit goes to another level. It's, you know, the rabbit hole gets deeper because, oh wait, when you get another group, when you reach that next group of people's acceptance, more opportunities and more, I hate to use that word, even opportunity, but more shit comes your way.
Yeah.
That you have the choice to say yes or no to. In this predicament, you're dealing with somebody who could fucking ruin your whole life, you know, and blackball the shit out of you. And that just leads even more to my point of the shit being so relatable. He goes into this, and my nigga Omari Hardwick came to him with the real nigga voice. He took off the white voice, and he was like, look, my mans, you know what I'm saying? You got to just deal with the fuck comes with this shit, you know what I'm saying?
And he's like, Ghost, I can't do it.
He was like, nah, my nigga, here's a fucking tissue. Wipe yourself up. Take your ass down there to the magenta door, my nigga. That's all that's left for you to do.
Okay.
Like, this shit was just wild.
So he gets there, and I didn't realize this, and like you had seen like some parts of it, so you caught on to this shit.
This was my second watch. So for me, I love this movie even more because I am so much.
Because you peep so many more different like
so many more different. Yeah, I saw so much different stuff, and this is definitely a movie that you'll enjoy 1, 2, 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like when I saw him do the coke off the plate, like when he's sitting down with Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
And he does the coke off the plate.
This is for his business proposal.
Yeah.
Armie Hammer brings him back for his business proposal. And he's like, look, my nigga, go ahead and get right before I show you this shit. You're going to need to turn up.
Bro, so we get...
There's horses, just fucking horses decorated all over the place. And he just has this
do we want to spoil
big, majestic-ass room. It's like really powerful. Like, you know what I'm saying? His room, like his office is just all about power and shit. And it just exudes power.
Lakeith Stanfield... he's about to watch this movie with old boy, and then he needs to go take a piss. So that's how we get out of the room. And
right.
He sends him to the J door, and he goes in there, and it looks like a regular ass bathroom, but there's only one stall.
Right.
And he's talking to whoever's in there, knocking on the door, and not knocking on the door, like announcing himself, like any grown man should.
Yeah, it's just like, oh shit, damn, really? Only one star? Fuck. All right, man, you gonna be a long time? He's like, help me. He's like, oh shit. Well, I can't help you, my man. It's like, can you hurry up, man? I really gotta piss. Like, oh, I'm hurting. Help me. And then he just like, all right, fuck. Yo, I gotta piss. Fuck this. Opens the door. And then out just falls this big ass fucking horseman thing. Like, yo.
Bruh, that shit was literally, it was kind of scary, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, you don't expect nothing like that, and it looks so horrific.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was wild. I didn't expect that shit. First time I saw this movie, I definitely did not expect that shit to pop out of the restroom. So, like anybody would, like, he freaks the fuck out, turns around, runs out, and he sees, he's greeted by Steve Lift, character. What's his name again?
Fuck.
Army Hammer, yeah. Army Hammer. Okay, cool. He's greeted by Army Hammer. He comes out with the gun. My man's just like, yo, I don't know where the fuck you think you're going. You done just discovered my secret. I can't let
secret sauce.
I can't let you know what the fuck's you got to know what the fuck's happening before you just leave about this bitch, or I might have killed you. So,
and he shows him a really weird stop motion video, basically explaining that they're gonna turn all their work free people into slaves.
The worry free people. He's gonna turn all these people into fucking slaves. And so basically these contracts that people are signing their families up for to go and, you know what I'm saying, be making cars for the fucking cost of what it used to cost to make bicycles and all this kind of shit. They're gonna eventually turn these people into horse people, or what they call equisapiens, to make everything be faster and strong, and for the employees to be stronger and faster, or slaves. They're not fucking employees, but these slaves to be stronger, faster.
Yeah, not employees.
Yeah, not at all. For them to be stronger, faster, and all this shit, and more obedient, I guess, is their thought process, because they're being crossbred with horse DNA, so they feel, I guess they'll be able to control these quote unquote equisapiens or whatever the fuck.
And the way you become an equisapien is through through ingesting a powder.
You're right,
and that's when Lakeith starts tripping out. Like, did you give this shit to me? Dude's like, no, I did not give this to you.
Right, because he had him snort that coke off the fucking Mr. Bobo plate that had a horse on it. You know what I'm saying? But right, and so he is like, oh shit, are you? Did you do me like that? He's like, no, man, this shit's 100% Peruvian. Like, nah, my nigga, you got to be way more specific. There might be horses in Peru and shit. Like, he started spazzing on him. And,
like, and then he gets back to it, like, after he
rightfully
gets
so.
To leave, dude offers him $100 million to be a sleeper agent. Basically, you have to be a horse person for 5 years.
He tells my man, I give you $100 million. You got to be a horse person for 5 years. It's a contract.
The Martin Luther King of horse people.
His nigga called him the Martin Luther King of horse people. He was like, oh, well. And then I hate the way he tried to make the shit seem normal. He was like, oh, I just didn't want you to think I was crazy. I wanted you to know that there's a purpose for there being fucking horse people locked in my fucking basement.
Ain't no purpose
there's
for that.
Like, nah, bro. You don't have to turn. Like, he's I'm gonna be super rich off of the next development in the work labor force. I'm gonna be fucking selling workers. Like,
so he does he gets back to his roots. Like, he's like, I need to expose this. This is fucked up. And there's a little montage of late night talk shows where he's saying the same thing. Like, and it doesn't work. No one believes him, and it ends up like producing a windfall for stock and money. Like, it helps them out.
It plays exactly into what Army Hammer, or just Steve Lift character, what the whole plan was in the first place. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show it to you. Everybody fucking listens to you. You're internet phenomenon because you got hit in the fucking head with a can trying to work for me to sell shit for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
you might as well. Hey.
Yeah, like, and you done made it this far, blah, 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 whatever. And I know he told him that shit knowing that he was not going to be fucking with it. Yeah. He knew he wasn't going to fuck with that shit.
He manipulated him.
Yeah, he manipulated him. He was like, all right, cool. Bye, see you later.
And so this reconnects him with the people that he started the movie out with. So, like, I think that the movie brings him back to the place where he started, and he's done tripping about, like, he's no longer chasing money, and he still works for the company, which I think is weird. Like, after all this, like...
No, he didn't.
No, at the end of the movie he did, but...
no, when? No, he quit. Remember, he started doing because he organized like a little rally and shit. Like he was doing like the rebel. Like he wasn't working he wasn't no fucking power caller at all. Like he wasn't doing that shit no more.
No, okay, and this is so he joins back up with his people, and they have this big plan to stop the picket line.
Yeah,
because I think and this action is going to help them. Like if they do this, then they'll be able to create their union type shit. Right. And they do that, but then Lakeith gets kidnapped by the work free people.
Right, but before, in his efforts to create the picket shit. Oh, and we forgot the fact that he's going like I ain't gonna lie, we didn't give Lakeith Stanfield enough credit when we said he went back to his roots. After he finds out the fucked up shit.
Tried to,
because listen, so he lost his phone when he got remember he lost his phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so when he got freaked
out.
out.
Clip of the Equisapiens.
Yeah, so when he got freaked out by the Equisapiens and shit, or the horse people shit, like when he got freaked out by, he dropped his phone in there, and a video clip got caught with the Steve Lift guy in it. Yeah, and so of course, again, that even more so played into Steve Lift's plan, because now Steve Lift is probably over there garnering these phone calls like, hey, hey, I'm over here in Japan. Heard you got these horse niggas down there. That's gonna be whipping this shit up stronger, faster, and they're gonna listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, sure, I'll sell you 50,000 right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that shit just went crazy. But yeah, that he really he even called to get on that talk show. No, not the talk show, but the bullshit game show that kicked the shit out of you. He martyred himself. This man got beat the shit out of. They put him in a tank full of shit, and he's standing there with cold, wet shit
on him,
and he's just
play the clip. It's crazy.
Can you just please play my clip? And it's like, it can't be crazier than when you got hit in the head with a fucking soda can. And he's like,
well, it's
way crazier. And then they show the fucking horse people, and still nobody believed him. So now, fast forward, in his efforts to stop the picket line, he went and got his high school football team niggas. They went and broke in and stole some because he had the code to get into that dude's mansion from off his phone, right? Because he watched the clip and he saw when they put in the code. So he broke into the dude's mansion, stole some stone shit to put in front of the picket line, but he also let out some of those Equisapiens.
Yeah, and that was the twist I didn't see coming, because I didn't realize that's what was happening. So you see from his point of view, these work free people fucking these
after
people up.
After he wakes up from being kidnapped, he's in the back of this fucking van. They got tear gas all in the streets, fucking worry free people trying to.
And then you see horse people fucking everybody.
Right, yeah, the horse people came out and they came and they save these people from getting ran over by a truck and shit.
But they talk like regular people. So Lakeith is thank you for being in, for allowing us to be in your presence.
Yeah, he's like,
hey, my name East Oakland.
Hey, yeah, my nigga, my name Demarius.
Yeah, Demarius, bruh.
That's you.
So so we think that the movie's over. Because he has a little bit of money. He's still working. He goes back to work for the corporation with the union that they've established.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then the real plot twist ending happens when
they show that he's moving back in his uncle's house.
Well, I mean, not just that. The movie ends. I'm like, are they gonna stick this landing? And they did. I'm like, yo, that was a good ending to the movie. And then they showed that nigga was becoming a motherfucking horse too.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing. You talk about a good little. That's I loved all that.
And it set you up for a sequel. I really appreciated that.
So, are there any are there any themes that stood out to you that
like favorite moment type shit?
Yeah, I mean favorite moments, but also anything that stands out as something that you got from the movie as a whole too.
I mean, outside of the fact that, listen, man, the shit's not that far fetched of a story, and it's I mean, I get your point about it being an alternate version of Oakland, and it definitely was much, very much so that.
And we had a Mr. Fab cameo. Hell yeah!
But you think about it to disregard, and it's like when there is a problem that's big and you can't, and you point it, you point the problem out, but if you don't know how to solve it, then eventually people just sort of get used to it, and that leads to my point where I feel like it's, there's a lot of different alternate realities out here. We don't really like,
Instagram is an alternate reality.
Yeah, one, two,
Facetune is real.
Yeah, two. Then you got the like shit that happens in other countries. Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening in Turkey right now. I don't care. Like, I don't know what's happening in
well, that's because we not watching world news for real.
I mean, but aside from that, like, do I have a legitimate? Is American news going to show me what's legitimately happening in America? So in America, if I watch the Australia news, like, come on, bro, I'm not gonna have a real depiction of what's happening over there. Yeah. So I wouldn't give a fuck. So there's a lot of different alternate realities, and in that aspect, I think this movie really, like, people should pay attention to to a lot of the messages that are in it. It's. I wish Damon Wayans was fucking popping in every 5 seconds saying message. Like, I wish that.
Yeah. Like, for me, I thought, like, I saw like the parallel between the way Apple does shit and, like, the sweatshop rumors and stuff, and, like, as far as, like, moving things out, moving production out of America and, like, out east.
Yeah, sure, and you don't even have to pinpoint, like, anybody particular, but it just is. Like, it could be anybody doing that shit in the technology wave and era that we live in today, and how our information all kind of floats out in the web and shit, and it just really kind of make you just ask certain questions, I think. So theme wise, when you ask me if there's a theme that kind of just stuck out to me, I definitely think just the fact that this could actually maybe fucking happen.
And, like, the crazy thing, like, I didn't see the relation until now, but what's it called? Damn it. The horse people are metaphors for black men. You know what I mean? Like, the big dicks was definitely no, because the dude brings it up. He's like, and
like, stronger, faster, like, all those kind of things, like, sort of alluded towards the fact that there might have been, like, a play on melanin in that situation, and I definitely can see that. Yeah, for sure, I can see that without a doubt. So
what about your favorite moments?
I just think that's too specific.
True. No, I just, like, that was too on the nose. Because, like, dude said, and you'll have a horse. Like, yeah, you'll be a horse person, but you got a big ass dick. You should be happy about that. It's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I've heard. Because why wouldn't you just make a rhino person? You know what I'm saying? They're stronger.
Not fucking. Like, why not just give me regular steroids? Why do I have to be an animal?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Because so that way you seem to be less desirable.
Yeah.
Or you can be looked at as a freak. Or
that's how we know. That's how we know who's supposed to be working and who's supposed to not be working.
There you go. There you go. For real. You're what? You're a workhorse.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so
the funny moments were, like, the dude from God Code. He was great. Terry Crews was great.
I think my favorite moment is my man's that was, like, in the picture that died.
Oh yeah, his dad or something like that.
Yeah.
And, like, his dad, according to what he was doing in the movie, his dad would make a different pose, like thumbs down.
Right. So in the beginning, he was like, he went to the job and Pops was just up there and he was just looking at him in the picture, just regular, like leaning on the car. And then when he got a promotion, Pops is just like, I think he gave him, like, a thumbs up maybe or some shit.
Yeah, and at the end he's clicking his heels and shit.
Yeah, and then when he was doing the bullshit, he was selling the man labor, the firepower,
the manpower,
all that shit. Yeah, he had his head in his hands and thumbs down and shit. And then at the end of the movie,
picture got upgraded because it was a printout and then it became a color picture.
Oh yeah, at the end of the movie, when he does and he's standing for what's right and shit, he, he's clicking his heels, like you said. And then I really thought it was dope. Damn. I really actually thought it was fucked up. that he did end up becoming the horse, right? Because he told him he didn't do that shit to him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was crazy. And my man's ended up becoming a horse. That shit was wild. That was like, that was obviously a great moment. I felt like that was one of my favorite moments as well. So he gave my man's the delayed reaction.
Yo, that goddamn that delayed reaction horse cock powder.
Peruvian coke shit. Yeah.
So out of 5 fire emojis, man, how many you giving this one, bro?
Man, I gotta go with 4.7.
Okay.
I gotta be tough, dog. I gotta be tough because I feel like that, it could have been a few things that would have made it, like, just go a little bit, like,
I agree.
There was just like it was a couple little touches that maybe could have made it just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why you got to give it a 4, like I am. I can't, like, it wasn't, see, 5 is perfection. So, like, I can't give it, it was a really good movie.
The 0.7 comes
Get
from
Out was 4.8, 4 point, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, nah. Yeah, okay, I feel you. So, now, for me, it would be the other way around. Because for me, I would say Get Out would be a 4. Because there was a lot of shit I liked about Get Out, but it was, like, shit I definitely didn't like.
Okay.
And with this one,
that's real.
And with this one, there's not a whole lot of shit I can say I definitely didn't like. I mean, except for moments in the party. Like, I felt like there was like between, 65% of the movie to like 85% of the movie, it was a little drawn out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a 2-hour movie, but I didn't feel like it needed to be 2 hours. Yeah, I could have told the same story. Like, give me 90 minutes. We tell the same story without a lot of that. Extra.
Yeah, hour 30, hour 45 would have been. Yeah.
But hey, still a good movie.
Great movie.
But to close this out, give me one good recommendation. Any movie you've seen, want to see, just any movie standing out to you right now.
I just saw that Grindelwald, the Tales of Grindelwald, the story by J.K. Rowling.
That's the Fantastic Beasts sequel. That was tight. Okay.
I love like J.K. Rowling and just how she writes, anyways. And I've always been a fan of her writing. And then when it gets brought to the big screen, there's a lot of parts that really get left out. A lot of great parts that get left out. But it's just really dope to see all the magic come to. And I mean that word in the most literal form, like the magic she puts from her pen to the paper to come out in, on film is crazy. So,
okay,
I really enjoy that.
Okay, so that's our Fantastic Beasts sequel. And if I had to pick one like recent thing that stood out to me, put myself on the spot, man. I think, I know. Okay, there's this movie called Nerve. It's got Dave Franco and Emma Roberts in it. It's just like it's on that science fiction tip.
Okay.
And without giving too much away, really good performances by both actors in that one. And it didn't go to theaters, but it looks like it could have. So that is my recommendation. But thank you, my brother, for coming through and sitting down, breaking this shit down with me.
Already, always.
And everybody else, man, y'all should definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. And tune in next week. We'll have more fire for you. This has been Smoking at the Movies.